Hello everyone. I thought we would have a discussion today on love magic. And I chose this topic because simply the goddess is love. And I think that, love is the strongest, the best emotion that there is. But there is pros and there's always cons of any type of magic, especially love magic. So I just want to go ahead and start by cleansing our space with this cinnamon incense. And I suggest, any spell work that you do, cleanse your space, anytime you are teaching, anytime you are trying to learn, clear your space, because negativity is always around, and it's just looking for the right moment and the right opportunity to squeeze in through the smallest little crack and attach itself to you, to your life, to your surroundings, and sometimes it's so sneaky that it gets in there and we don't even realize it until it's too late. I mean, literally, for a better choice of words, we don't realize that the negativity has came in until the shit has hit the fan. And that's just the honest truth. So before it gets to that point, I suggest, the simplest thing you can do is clear your space. So before starting any spell work, any discussion, anything that you may do of a spiritual nature, I strongly suggest that you clear your space. And moving on, I also went ahead and I lit this candle, and I'm gonna just set my intention, and you can join me in setting it, or if you have your own intention in mind that you want to set, please do so, and just simply accept my intention or set your own. And all you have to do is gaze into the flame, into the ether, and speak from within your heart, because believing is receiving, and set your intention. And now I'll set mine, and that is that this video will reach at least one person, and this video will teach at least one person. Something I say or something I do may resonate with one person. I would so much love for it to resonate with everyone that watches it, but if only one person gets anything out of this video, so it shall be, and it will be, because like I said, believing is receiving. And if you look within yourself, within your heart, and you truly believe in the intention that you're setting, it will manifest. And moving on, I want to start now by saying, when you're doing any type of magic, but especially love magic, always work with positive actions, because if you wish to get a positive outcome, you have to have positive actions. It's just, it's that simple. I guess it goes back to karma, if you will. What you put out there is what you get back. And that is true. That's true in your life. That's true in your spiritual beliefs. That's true in your spell work. If you want a positive outcome, you have to, I repeat, you have to put in positive actions. And always remember, intention is key. It's key in everything you do, whether you're doing it spiritually, whether you're doing it in your everyday life, but your intention is key. You know, you have everything you need right here within your heart to manifest your intentions, you know, to do your spell work. You have that within you. But, you know, if you use the right items and the right ingredients, it will enhance your spell work. And, you know, it's just, I keep, you know, repeating the same things in my videos, but it's that simple. And I feel like I can't put it out there enough that, you know, it's just that simple. So please remember that, child, that intention is key, and if you believe in it, you will receive of it. And moving on, I just want to start with maybe some of the things you can use if you choose to do love magic. You know, there's so many different items and ingredients and things like that that you can use. And like I said, if you don't have a lot of things to work with, use what you have. You know, if you only have a white candle, that's fine. If you only have one stone, that's fine. If you have no herbs at all, and like I was going to suggest, rose petals, you know, and rose petals are known primarily for love, but, you know, colors coincide with a lot in magic. So you use rose petals, and if you want a sweet, tender, romantic type of love, I suggest you use pink rose petals. If you are looking for a, you know, desire driven, you know, hot, steamy, fiery type of love, red rose petals. And then if you are trying to manifest a love of a friend, or maybe you want to build your relationship on a friendship, you know, that type of friendship love, use yellow rose petals. And like me, you know, I always put my own spin on my spell work, you know. I would say I want some of all of it. I'm greedy, so I would mix some of all of it together, you know, and bam, maybe the perfect guy, who knows. But you know, there's also other, you know, herbs to use. Cinnamon, you know, cinnamon's a great, it's got a very good protective quality as well, and that's important in any type of spell work. But it also has that fiery type of love vibe with it. And also vanilla's a really good one in love magic. You know, it has a softer type of love, I guess you could say. It's, you know, that deeper love. It's got the desire and it's got the fiery aspect, but it's also got that mellow, laid back, you know, just a really, you know, easygoing, you know, love, if that makes any sense. Catnip, even catnip can be used in love magic, and it's a very good one to use. As a matter of fact, it's catnip. And, you know, if you can't seem to grasp using catnip in love magic, think of it like this. This is, you know, what I do. Think of how it, you know, affects a cat. It's almost like an aphrodisiac to a cat. You know, that cat smells it and they may nibble on it and taste it, and the next thing you know, they're just, it's almost as if they're in ecstasy, you know, they're loving on everything, they're loving on you, they're content and they're filled with love. And, you know, just think, if that herb can, you know, do that for a cat, just think of the magical properties that it possesses in love magic. Also, this is one that I, favor too, is ylang ylang. It's actually a flower and it smells divine. It's one of my favorite, but it is a really good one to use in love magic, and it holds all of those aspects. It holds the romantic love, it holds the desire driven love, and it even holds that friendship type of love. But let me say this, if you can't get these particular herbs for whatever reason, don't fret, because like I said, you can always use what you have, and you can go out and you can just pick some flowers. You can find any type of flowering, plant that has a sweet aroma. If you can't find anything red or pink or yellow, which would be great, by the way, but if you can't, simply go find you some, white flowering plant and that it has some type of sweet aroma, and you can use that. It can be something out of your garden, or it can just be something out of the wild. Like, for instance, I'm forever going out and picking herbs, and this is just a mixture of wild flowers, and even there's some cloves in here. There's the yellow, the dandelion, and dandelions have a lot of properties as far as spiritual type of work, so that's a plus as well. But there's just a little bit of everything in here. There's some mint, there's some wild lavender, there's some little teeny tiny white flowers called asylums. There was even a few pieces of baby's breath, little white flowers, but like I said, it's just a mixture of wild flowers that I picked, and I let them dry out. But you don't even have to let them dry out. You can just go out and pick you a few and get to your spell work, And essential oil. Essential oil is a good thing to use, especially, when you're anointing your candles, your tools, even your ingredients. Put a few drops in your hand and anoint yourself, because, you use your hands as much as you can, because that's including your energy in your spell work, and that enhances your spell work as well. You can make an intention spray. Like, you can use some moon water or some gem elixir or just plain water out the tap if that's all you have, and add a few drops of your essential oil. You can use rose oil, cinnamon oil, jasmine, vanilla. You can even use clary sage oil, and a lot of people don't know that, but it has a property of love as well as protection, but it has a love property in there as well. So put a few drops of any of those oils, or combine them, make a mixture, make it your own, and you make that intention spray, and you can use that intention spray to clear your space, to just aroma. Believe it or not, aroma also affects the vibrations around you. Sound affects vibrations, but the aroma, that's one reason we use essential oils in our spell work, because the aroma itself affects those vibrations. And any time you're doing spell work, you want your vibrations to be high, because the higher your vibrations, the more energy, the more power you possess, and the better chances of your spell being successful. But so the aroma, and like I said, and if you don't have those oils, if you don't have those herbs, just go out there and pick you some pretty wild flowers that smell good, and you can take those and add those in some water, and make you an intention spray, a fresh spray. You know, you can make your spray like that and spray it. If you don't even have a spray bottle, you can mix it and you can just put a few drops in your hand and anoint your candle. You can take and put it in a bowl and just sprinkle, you know, drops of water in your space, in your area, on your items, on yourself. You know, there's more ways to skin a cat, and y'all know I'm from the South, so, but you know, there's also stones. I think I might have just kind of skimmed over the stones, and I can't believe I did that, but there's stones you can use, and I always include stones, you know that. But if you don't have a lot of stones, if you just have one stone, use what you have. You can anoint your stone, your candle, your whatever you are using. You know, you can anoint it, and you can anoint it with your intention from your heart, and you know, there you go. But if you are able to get, you know, your hands on different stones, I suggest, you know, rose quartz, and this is just my little rose quartz wand, and I've used it in many spells. I've just, you know, used it to simply meditate. I've used it in dream work. I've used it in so many different things. And you know, rose quartz is one of those stones that has many properties, but its main property is that of love. So I suggest, you know, using the rose quartz in your spell work when you're doing a love magic, because it just has a very strong love vibe attached to it. And not only that, it promotes love of another, but it also promotes love of self, meaning, you know, it helps you to love yourself. It helps you to, you know, see within yourself, to understand that in order to love someone else, you have to love yourself. You cannot fully and completely love another person if you don't even love yourself. You just can't. And you know, if you are able to, you're not going to love them in a healthy manner. You know, you're almost setting yourself up, you know, to be sabotaged by yourself, because anytime you want to do any type of spell work and you want it to have a positive result, you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to love yourself. And you know, self-love is the most important thing that we can do for ourselves and for others. So if you don't love yourself and you are thinking about doing love magic, I suggest you just hold off a bit and work on some self-love magic first, because like I said, in order to love another, you've got to love yourself. And even me myself, I had to learn this lesson, and I have just recently learned this lesson, but I learned it, and I just hope that you will too. And you've got to love yourself. And moving on, another stone that I suggest using is, it's a clear quartz, but it's my clear quartz twin flame stone. And this one is special to me because I got it in celebration of my special someone, and it means a lot to me. I carry this particular stone with me every day, and I know this stone holds a lot of energy. It holds a lot of love, and I use this stone quite often in spell work, whether it be in love magic or any other type of magic. But when you have an item that is so attached to you and that contains so much of your energy, that your very essence is attached to that item, it's a very, very powerful item. You could almost say it's an amulet. It's a good luck charm because, you know, it's so full of your energy. And not only your energy, but like my loved one's energy, because my loved one, their love is within me and my love is within them. And together, you know, that means our love is, you know, it's always there. It's together. So just this one stone that has its twin flame coming off of it, it's one item, one stone, but it's filled with two energies of love. So, you know, the twin flame quartz crystal stone is a good one to use. But even if it's not a twin flame stone, just say it's just a piece of jasper, it's just a piece of rose quartz, you know, it's just a piece of tiger eye, you know, it's just anything, you know, it doesn't matter if it contains your essence, if it contains your energy, and if it's special to you and it contains the love of you and another, it's twice as strong. So sometimes it's not actually the type of stone or actually the particular item, but it's the energy and the essence attached to that item. So, you know, just putting that out there for you. But yeah, the twin flame stone is a great one to use in love magic. But like I said, if it's not this particular stone, it's a different type, but it has your love and your loved one's love attached to it, your energy, your essence, you know, anything that is special to you, anything that is positive and is attached to that item, it's a great item to include in your spell work. And I've got one more that I want to share with you, and I've used it before, right recently, and it's not actually a stone, but it's a shell. And again, I'm going to include the shell because the shell is attributed with the love, but the shell also is special to me because of a beach trip that someone suggested I take, and it was someone special. So the trip was special, and therefore the shell is special. But even besides that point of it being special to me, the shell is a good one to use because, like I said, it is attributed to love, and it's great to use in love magic. So if you are contemplating using love magic, you may want to incorporate some rose quartz or a twin flame stone or even a shell, because all three of those things have properties of love, and not only love of another, but of self-love as well. And like I said, you've got to love yourself in order to love someone else. So I just wanted to include my stones, but I'm sure y'all knew I was going to whip out the stones eventually. And I just want to touch on a few more things, and then I'm going to wrap it up. But we were talking of the pros and the cons, and you know, there's always going to be pros. You know, the pros is that if you find love, you're going to be happy. If you find love, you're going to find someone to connect with, and then that person will help you to realize your higher purpose. And that's the type of love you're looking for, someone that, you know, helps you to be a better you, someone that encourages you to do positive things, that wants you to grow and wants you to soar. That's how you know that you're after the right person, that you're on the right track in obtaining love, is if that person actually makes you a better you. This person, you know, if you are going to do love magic and you have an individual in mind that you want to connect with, or you're already connected and you just want to stay bonded and you want that strong bond, that person makes you complete, then love magic might be something that you want to try or do. If you already are in a relationship, you can still use love magic, but you'll just use it differently. You're not searching for your loved one, because I think if you're with your special someone, you already know. You may second guess yourself and you may worry and you may think and overthink, because I do each and every day. That's just human nature, I guess, and women seem to be built that way. But and there's special times that we tend to be a little more emotional than others, just saying. But if you already are in a relationship, you can still work love magic. You'll just work it differently, and you'll perhaps go to the goddess and ask her to help you work on your existing relationship, to help you have a stronger bond, help you to keep your bond, that it make it unbreakable, let no one or nothing come in between you, help you to be partners, to grow together, and to anything you do, you do it together, and you're doing things to enhance your life and others. If you are with someone and if they're the right one, and one way to tell is you two can grow together. That person makes you want to grow, and there's nothing negative, it's all positive, and then you may want to do love magic. But as well as pros, there's always cons, and I think one of the biggest ones is working love magic out of jealousy, meaning you don't really love this individual or want this individual, but you don't want another person to have this individual for whatever reason. It usually boils down to some type of jealousy. You might not want to do love magic. If you are trying to control someone, just remember, we all have free will, and you cannot control someone. You cannot bend someone's will. Yeah, there is some dark magic, there's some strong magic, and you can temporarily bend someone's will, but I really, really, really beg you not to dabble in that, because the end results will be so bad. And karma's real. What you do and what you give, it comes back. So just keep that in mind. If you are thinking of doing love magic out of lust, because this person is just they just do it for you, they turn you on, you just got to have them, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that is a very important part of a relationship, and that is a part of being in love. But if that is the sole reason, you feel no love, you feel no kind of connection, you just want to get down and dirty with this person, you might not want to try love magic, because it's love magic. It's not lust magic, it's love magic. So if that's the case and you just more or less want a sexual relationship with this person, love magic isn't what you need to be doing. And I know there's probably 1,000 reasons to do it and 1,000 reasons not to do it, but I'm just gonna close on my last con, and that is financial gain. And I think in this day and age, a lot of people tend to do this, male and female, young and old. But if you are trying to do love magic, to bring someone to you, to connect with someone, because that person is financially secure and that person has money, and you feel like if you got in a relationship with this person, you would be financially secure. If that is your sole reason to do the love magic, please don't do it. It's going to backfire, because that's not love either. And if you're doing it just for financial gain, I suggest you don't do love magic. And like I said, I know there's thousands more reasons to do it and not to do it. There's ways to do it. There's things to use to do it. And I couldn't cover it all today. Perhaps we'll do a part 2, but I just wanted to touch on that today. And as always, I hope that there was something I said, something I pointed out, an idea that resonated with somebody out there. And if you just happen to come across this video, I really hope you got something out of it. And as always, if you believe, you will receive. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.